Bonjour everyone! Get ready to embark on a culinary journey through the heart of Paris, right from the comfort of your screens. We're plunging into the world of Pixar's Ratatouille, a world where anyone can cook, even a rat. From the cobblestone streets of the city to the steamy kitchens of Gusteau's, we are serving up 107 sizzling facts you may not know about this animated masterpiece. Let's get cooking!
Welcome to ChannelFrederator, the cartoon central of the internet. Before we begin, we publish new videos every week, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video.
Number 1. Ratatouille was directed by the esteemed Brad Bird, who also directed other Pixar hits like The Incredibles and its sequel. This was Bird's second film with Pixar, and he brought his distinct storytelling style to the project. Number 2. The movie was produced by Pixar Animation Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Pictures. This was Pixar's 8th feature film. Number 3. Ratatouille was released in the United States on June 29, 2007. Despite its unconventional premise of a rat who dreams of becoming a chef, the film was a huge success both critically and commercially. Number 4. Speaking of success, Ratatouille grossed more than $620 million worldwide. It was the 5th highest grossing film of 2007. Number 5. The film also received widespread critical acclaim. It holds a rating of 96% on Rotten Tomatoes, with the consensus calling it a deliciously entertaining tale. Number 6. In 2008, Ratatouille won the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature. It beat out films like Persepolis and Surf's Up to take home the Oscar. Number 7. The film is set in Paris, France, one of the culinary capitals of the world. The animators took multiple trips to Paris to accurately capture the city's ambiance and architecture for the film. Number 8. In fact, they spent a week in Paris sketching and photographing landmarks. They visited places like the Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame, and the Seine River to provide authentic visuals for the film. Number 9. And they didn't stop at the city's landmarks. The animators also visited many Parisian restaurants to capture the bustling atmosphere of a real kitchen. They even took cooking classes and worked in professional kitchens to better understand the life of a chef. Number 10. The film's title, Ratatouille, is a play on words. It refers both to the French dish and the fact that the main character is a rat. Number 11. Speaking of our main character, Remy, he was voiced by comedian Patton Oswalt. Director Brad Bird heard Oswalt on a comedy album and felt his voice was perfect for Remy. Number 12. Remy isn't your ordinary rat. He has a keen sense of taste and smell which sets him apart from his fellow rodents. This is, in part, what drives his dream to become a chef. Number 13. Remy's character design is quite unique. Unlike his family and friends, Remy is more anthropomorphic, with a more upright posture, expressing his divide from the rat world and closeness to the human world. Number 14. Linguini, the young garbage boy turned cook, is voiced by Lou Romano. This was Romano's first leading role in a feature film, although he had previously worked with Pixar as a member of the art department. Number 15. Colette, the tough and talented sous chef, is voiced by Janeane Garofalo. Garofalo spent time observing real-life female chefs to prepare for the role. Number 16. The character of Gusteau, the famous chef who inspires Remy, is voiced by Brad Garrett. He brings a warmth and joviality to the character, making him an inspirational figure for Remy. Number 17. The character design for Gusteau was based on real-life chefs like Paul Bocuse and Emeril Lagasse. His larger-than-life persona reflects the celebrity chef culture that's become so prominent. Number 18. The villain of the film, Chef Skinner, is voiced by Ian Holm. His character was named after the psychologist B.F. Skinner, who was famous for his experiments with rats. Number 19. Skinner's design was inspired by Louis de Funès, a French actor known for his comedic roles. The small stature, expressive face, and dynamic gestures of Skinner were all drawn from de Funès' on-screen presence. Number 20. The filmmakers took great care in depicting the food in the film. They even hired chef Thomas Keller of the French Laundry to consult on the film. He helped design the dishes and provided advice on kitchen protocol. Number 21. The dish that ultimately saves the day in the film, Ratatouille, was designed by Keller. His version of the dish, called confibialdi, is a far cry from the traditional peasant dish. It's more elegant and refined, reflecting Remy's culinary ambition. Number 22. The animators spent a lot of time perfecting the look of the food in the film. They even cooked the dishes themselves to see how the ingredients interacted and how they changed during cooking. Number 23. To help the animators capture the movement of rats, Pixar brought in a rat expert. They learned about the behavior and movement of rats to make Remy and his family more believable. Number 24. The animators also studied the movements of chefs in the kitchen. They incorporated everything from the precise chopping of vegetables to the chaotic dance of a busy kitchen into the film. Number 25. The score for Ratatouille was composed by Michael Giacchino, who is a frequent collaborator with Pixar. He also composed the music for other Pixar films like Up and Inside Out. Number 26. Giacchino's score for Ratatouille is heavily influenced by French music. It features accordions and violins to capture the spirit of Paris. Number 27. The film's score was nominated for an Academy Award. It was also awarded Best Original Score at the 34th Annie Awards, which honors excellence in animation. Number 28. The name of the restaurant in the film, Gusteau's, is a play on the French word gusto, which means taste or enjoyment of food. Number 39. Ratatouille was the first Pixar film to be adapted into a Broadway musical. The TikTok musical version of Ratatouille became a viral sensation in 2020. Number 30. In 2009, a video game based on the film was released. Players could play as Remy and navigate through a series of culinary challenges. Number 31. In the game, Remy's abilities aren't just limited to cooking. He can also climb, swim, and sneak around, reflecting his adaptability in the film. Number 32. The game also includes original storylines not explored in the film, expanding the universe of Ratatouille and providing a new perspective for fans. Number 33. Ratatouille had a pre-show short film, something Pixar is famous for. The short film for Ratatouille was Lifted, a story about a young alien learning how to abduct humans. Number 34. The character Anton Ego, the feared food critic, is voiced by Peter O'Toole. His character design is in stark contrast to the other characters, with a gaunt appearance and sharp, angular features. Number 35. His character design was inspired by the late Louis Jouvet, a prominent figure in French cinema. His office is in the shape of a coffin, symbolizing the potential death of a restaurant's reputation from his reviews. Number 36. Ego's typewriter is shaped like a skull, further emphasizing the deathly power of his reviews. His character represents the fear and respect that critics can command in the culinary world. Number 37. The film's climax, where Ego tastes Remy's ratatouille and is transported back to his childhood, is one of the most poignant scenes in the film. It speaks to the power of food to evoke memories and emotions. Number 38. One of the significant themes of Ratatouille is the idea that anyone can cook. This phrase is repeated throughout the film, and it embodies Remy's belief and Gusteau's philosophy about cooking. Number 39. The phrase "anyone can cook" was actually inspired by Chef Julia Child's philosophy. Child, known for popularizing French cuisine in America, believed that with the right instruction, anyone could make gourmet meals at home. Number 40. Remy's father, Django, is voiced by actor Brian Dennehy. Django represents the traditional rat lifestyle that Remy is trying to escape from. Number 41. Django's name is a nod to the famous Romani jazz guitarist Django Reinhardt. The filmmakers wanted to subtly hint at the film's European setting through character names. Number 42. The character of Emile, Remy's brother, is voiced by Pixar regular Peter Sohn. Sohn has been involved in many Pixar projects, both as a voice actor and a director. Number 43. Emile acts as a counterbalance to Remy's ambitions. He's content with the typical rat lifestyle and doesn't understand Remy's obsession with human food and cooking. Number 44. The film was translated and dubbed in multiple languages for international release. However, in every version, the title remained the same, Ratatouille, as it is universally recognized. Number 45. Despite being a film about French cuisine, Ratatouille was a huge hit in Italy. It was the highest grossing Pixar film in Italy until the release of Toy Story 3 in 2010. Number 46. Linguini's full name is Alfredo Linguini, a nod to the famous Italian pasta dish. It's just one of the many food-related names in the film. Number 47. Linguini, as a character, represents the fear and nervousness of being in a new environment. He's initially clumsy and unsure of himself, but with Remy's help, he finds his confidence. Number 48. Linguini's character design is meant to reflect his awkward nature. He's tall and gangly, often hunching over or slumping to show his lack of confidence. Number 49. Colette is the only female cook in Gusteau's kitchen. This reflects the real-life gender imbalance in professional kitchens, especially at the highest levels of the culinary world. Number 50. Colette's character design, from her no-nonsense ponytail to her functional chef's uniform, reflects her determination and toughness. She's a character who has fought for her place in the kitchen and isn't afraid to stand her ground. Number 51. Colette's motto, "Keep your station clear," is a real rule in professional kitchens. It reflects the discipline and organization necessary to work in such a high-pressure environment. Number 52. The sequence where Colette teaches Linguini how to properly cook is a highlight of the film. It was meticulously researched and choreographed to accurately represent professional cooking techniques. Number 53. The animators had to create new technology to accurately portray the fur of the rats. They wanted the fur to look realistic, but also to move and react to the environment as it would in real life. Number 54. The animators also had to design unique movements for each rat character. For instance, Remy moves with more human-like characteristics, while the other rats move in a more traditional four-legged way. Number 55. The kitchen in Gusteau's was modeled after the kitchen in the French Laundry, a 3 Michelin star restaurant in California. The animators visited the restaurant to get a feel for the layout and the flow of a professional kitchen. Number 56. In a nod to Pixar's tradition of including Easter eggs from their future projects, Remy is startled by a dog's shadow and bark during his apartment building run. This dog bears a striking resemblance to Doug from Pixar's Up, a film that was released 2 years after Ratatouille. This shows Pixar's long-term planning and interconnected universe. Number 57. Ego's review of Gusteau's restaurant at the beginning of the film is a turning point for the plot. It results in the death of Chef Gusteau and sets the stage for Remy's story. Number 58. Gusteau's ghost, or figment of Remy's imagination, appears throughout the film as Remy's guide and mentor. This is a symbolic representation of Remy's inspiration and his inner thoughts. Number 59. The character designs in Ratatouille are more caricatured compared to other Pixar films. This was a stylistic choice to fit the humorous and whimsical nature of the story. Number 60. Ratatouille was adapted into a theme park attraction at Disneyland Paris in 2014. The ride, Ratatouille the Adventure, takes guests on a 4D journey through Gusteau's restaurant from Remy's perspective. Number 61. The Ratatouille theme park attraction was so well received in Disneyland Paris that it was brought to Epcot at Walt Disney World in Florida, opening in 2020. It's located in the France Pavilion in the World Showcase. Number 62. In the ride, guests are shrunk down to the size of a rat and navigate through the sights and smells of Gusteau's kitchen, dining area, and even the walls, creating a unique and immersive experience. Number 63. The Ratatouille attraction uses a trackless ride system, which was a relatively new technology at the time of its debut. This allows the ride vehicles to move in any direction, adding an unpredictable element to the experience. Number 64. Another interesting feature about Ratatouille the Adventure is use of 3D glasses. The ride combines 3D film with physical sets, creating an immersive 4D experience. Number 65. To promote the ride, Disney introduced a new character, Little Chef, a topiary version of Remy. This topiary even became part of the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. Number 66. There's also a restaurant in the France Pavilion at Epcot called Chefs de France. It features French cuisine, and if you look carefully, you might spot Remy making an appearance in the restaurant from time to time. Number 67. In addition to the ride and restaurant, there's also a Ratatouille-themed scavenger hunt at Epcot called Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak, where guests can search for statuettes of Remy hidden throughout the park. Number 68. There's a scene in the film where Remy is reading a cookbook by Auguste Gusteau. This book is called Anyone Can Cook, which reinforces the central theme of the film. Number 69. That cookbook later becomes a reality. To coincide with the film's release, Disney published a real cookbook called Ratatouille, What's Cookin'. The cookbook features recipes inspired by the film, including, of course, the titular Ratatouille. Number 70. The team at Pixar had to learn about the behavior of rats for the movie. They even kept rats in the studio and studied their movements and behaviors to make their characters more realistic. Number 71. Ratatouille is famous for its depiction of the Paris skyline. The animators created more than 270,000 lights to portray the City of Lights accurately. Number 72. The filmmakers faced a unique challenge when it came to designing the kitchen tools and utensils for the rat characters. They had to make sure that they were proportional to the rats, but still recognizable to the audience. Number 73. Ratatouille is one of the few Pixar films to feature a fully human cast, apart from the rats. This was a departure from their earlier films like Toy Story and Cars, which mainly featured non-human characters. Number 74. Despite being a rat, Remy's character was designed to be relatable and sympathetic to the audience. The filmmakers achieved this by giving him human-like qualities, such as the ability to walk on two legs and his expressive facial features. Number 75. The film incorporates many aspects of French culture, from music to architecture, to give the audience a real feel of being in Paris. This attention to detail adds to the authenticity of the film's setting. Number 76. Not only does the film celebrate French cuisine and culture, but it also takes inspiration from French cinema. The film's aesthetic and narrative style draws from classic French films and directors. Number 77. The scene where Remy first arrives in Paris and sees the Eiffel Tower is an homage to the iconic scene in the classic French film The 400 Blows. The emotional impact of the scene is heightened by Michael Giacchino's beautiful score. Number 78. The film's narrative also pays homage to classic underdog stories, with Remy coming from a humble background to achieve his dream of becoming a chef despite the odds. Number 79. The character of Linguini is also inspired by classic comedic actors like Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin. His awkwardness and physical comedy bring a lot of humor to the film. Number 80. Ratatouille's release in 2007 came at a time when CGI animation was becoming the norm. Despite this, the film still maintains a hand-drawn painterly quality in its design and aesthetics, paying homage to traditional animation techniques. Number 81. The film also broke new ground in terms of its subject matter. It was one of the first major animated films to focus on cooking and food culture, which has since become a popular theme in animation. Number 82. Remy's detailed knowledge about a professional kitchen's hierarchy is gleaned from Gusteau's own cookbook. He studies the book closely, soaking up information about each chef's title and responsibilities. This knowledge is revealed when he later peeks into Gusteau's restaurant kitchen and explains each chef's role to the viewers. Number 83. Remy's journey through the apartment building brings him across a variety of human life vignettes. He witnesses a man painting a nude woman even though the artist is actually staring at a bowl of fruit, suggesting a keen imagination. Moments later, he races past a couple embroiled in a heated argument, which suddenly morphs into a passionate embrace, highlighting the complexity of human relationships. Number 84. Gusteau's fame wasn't just a fictional element of the film. He was depicted on the covers of real-world culinary magazines, including Cuisine at Home and Bon Appetit. These magazines featured meticulously detailed covers, complete with barcodes and prices, effectively blurring the lines between the animated world and reality. Number 85. Director Brad Bird was praised for his direction of the film. He brought his unique style and sensibility, creating a film that was both entertaining and emotionally resonant. Number 86. Bird also brought a lot of his own passion for cooking to the film. He's spoken in interviews about his love of food and how it influenced the making of Ratatouille. Number 87. Ratatouille continues to have a cultural impact years after release. The film is often cited in discussions about food and film and has inspired many to try their hand at cooking. Number 88. The film has also been praised for its positive representation of rats. Despite being often seen as pests, Ratatouille portrays rats in a sympathetic and even endearing light. Number 89. Ratatouille has been analyzed in academic circles as well. It's been discussed in the context of film studies, culinary studies, and even in discussions about representation and cultural identity. Number 90. In 2020, Ratatouille was selected for preservation in the National Film Registry by the Library of Congress. This honor is given to films that are culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. Number 91. Linguini's bicycle in the film is a classic French design. The filmmakers aimed to create a sense of authenticity in every aspect of the film, down to the smallest details. Number 92. The animators spent a lot of time perfecting the food animations in the film. They had to make the food look appealing and realistic, a task that required a lot of research and experimentation. Number 93. Remy's creation, the ratatouille, is a traditional French dish. The version he makes in the film is actually a variation called confit bialdi, a modern take on the classic recipe. Number 94. A film that's not just about a rat who loves to cook, but a story that encourages us all to take risks, defy social expectations, and pursue our passions. A true testament to the idea that anyone can cook, or in broader terms, anyone can do anything they set their heart to. So the next time you find yourself in a kitchen, remember Remy and his journey. Number 95. The rats in the film are portrayed as having a society and culture of their own. This aspect was inspired by research into rat behavior, which showed that rats do have complex social structures. Number 96. Remy's sense of smell is a key part to his character. This was inspired by real rats, who have an excellent sense of smell and can detect individual ingredients in food. Number 97. Despite being a comedy, Ratatouille also explores deeper themes like prejudice, acceptance, and following one's passion. This depth and complexity is part of what makes the film so beloved. Number 98. One of the film's key messages is the importance of not letting others define you. Both Remy and Linguini have to overcome societal expectations and prejudice to achieve their dreams. Number 99. In the film, rats are shown using the sewer system to navigate around Paris. This is based on real rat behavior, as they often use the sewers to get around. Number 100. The animators used a technique called squash and stretch to make the characters more expressive. This is a classic animation technique that involves distorting a character's shape to emphasize their movements and expressions. Number 101. The attention to detail in Ratatouille is astounding, even down to the furniture. The film showcases the wear and tear of the furniture and home interiors, making the world feel lived in. The old woman's kitchen, where Remy and Emile often visit, is particularly telling. Scratches and fading marks on the spice rack and counter subtly hint at regular visits by our rat protagonists. Number 102. Giacchino's score also received critical acclaim. It was nominated for an Academy Award, a Golden Globe, and a BAFTA for Best Original Score. Number 103. One of the most challenging scenes to animate was the flood scene in the sewers. It required complex water animations, something that was quite difficult to achieve at the time. Number 104. The scene where Remy walks upright for the first time was a significant moment in the film. It symbolizes his desire to be more than just a rat, to defy his nature and follow his passion. Number 105. Ratatouille is known for its attention to lighting. The filmmakers use lighting to create mood, highlight important moments, and enhance the realism of the scenes. Number 106. Despite being a comedy, Ratatouille doesn't shy away from darker themes. The film explores the harsh reality of the restaurant business and the pressure of living up to expectations. Number 107. Ratatouille is a celebration of passion, creativity, and the joy of cooking. It's inspired many viewers to explore their own passions and not be afraid to go against the grain. So there you have it, a hearty serving of 107 facts about Pixar's Ratatouille.
Did you enjoy our video? What facts do you think we missed? Let us know in the comments down below. And while you're there, like and subscribe to see more great videos every week. And remember, Frederator loves you.